So startups in Nigeria and across Africa face challenging times due to the overall economic environment. However, private equity and venture capital investors are making inroads into the African markets due to attractive opportunities. Let's have a deal room conversation now with my guest, Comfort Aruosa-Osemwegie, who is the Managing Director and CEO at Deal Room Nigeria. She's also a licensed dealer, a wealth advisor, and a business consultant. Great having you come on the show tonight. We understand the vehicular traffic in Lagos is something else. So for making it here, we really appreciate that to come. Let me just ask, what do you do in Deal Room Nigeria?
Right. Thank you so much for having me. In the Deal Room, we do two basic things. We prepare and connect entrepreneurs, startups, and businesses with investors globally. And then we also are a deal pipeline for investors who are looking for verifiable, investable deals in Nigeria. So basically, we're a platform that showcases pre-screened deals to investors globally. So if you are an investor, you're looking for deals, startups that you want to invest in, and you want credible investments or deals around Nigeria, then you can reach us.
You are the curtain raiser. If I'm interested in whatever sector in Nigeria that I've got investment, I got some deep pockets, and I'm flying in from whatever, or even if I'm a local capital person, your deal room is the go-to to find out about the startups. So I'm asking how startups in Nigeria are succeeding within the environment. What further progress, of course, more would you like to see done? But how are they succeeding? Are we getting them out of the pipeline, get them the funding needed, get them on the road to success?
Right. A lot of them are actually struggling at this time. But quite a handful of them have succeeded in the last few years, 3 to 5 years. And I think it's sheer doggedness on the side of the startup founders in Nigeria. It's a very, very difficult environment. And I think that a lot of them have just made a decision with themselves that they need to succeed. Aside, I think so many of them that are succeeding, there's clarity in their business model. So a startup will succeed, notwithstanding the harsh economic environment, if the business model is clear. And clarity in the business model allows you to actually understand the target markets, what the market wants, and how you are providing that solution to that market. Another thing that is helping so many of them succeed is the idea that a lot of startups in Nigeria that are succeeding today are actually startups that have mentoring supporting them. A lot of them have access to mentors globally who are able to understand the terrain and are giving direction.
Do you think the high inflation environment, interest rates, and exchange rates are some of the biggest challenges for startups within our environment?
Yeah, it's each time I look at the figure, it's about 16% or something about that, and I'm like, wow, how are these guys going to cope? But I think basically it's affecting the funding for startups, really.
In terms of the size?
The size. It's drying up quickly. It's more expensive to access funds right now. Our experience is that a lot of VCs are actually restricting on their ability to invest in new startups or newer startups. They're actually just looking in-house or reserving the funds for maybe additional series in existing portfolios within the company, but they are not looking out to invest in fresh startups at the moment. So it's literally dried up funding, access to funds for startups in Nigeria.
I'm sure you're going to spend the next few days with your team to look at the year 2022 and come up with some of the numbers for us. So we're going to get back to you pretty early in the new year to give us a look back of this year and what to expect in the next year. Thank you so much for coming. Wish you all the best in the Deal Room.